Welcome to the Mystic Women Podcast with your host, Mystic Women founder, Marlen. From topics like spirituality, connecting to spirit and psychic abilities to spiritual awakening, Marlen helps you navigate the world of spirit in a down-to-earth way. So, let's get started.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Mystic Women Podcast. I am Marlen and I'm so happy you're here. So happy you've joined me. I have my incense stick on. I have the vibe set in my office and my coffee cup ready to go. It is 11:53 p.m. and I really shouldn't be up right now, but I was about to get in bed and I got the most amazing idea and download from Spirit, and I said I have to jump on the mic and talk about this because I feel a lot of people will resonate with what I got. And my download had all to do with how to cultivate an abundance mindset and how to let go of a scarcity mindset. I love this topic. I feel like a lot of people will resonate and will find this very useful. But before we jump in, I wanted to go ahead and draw a card from my tarot deck to set the tone for the entire episode, see what else Spirit has to tell me through my tarot deck. And it's interesting that I got the Five of Swords. This card really speaks about perhaps a person who isn't very happy with the success of others. Perhaps someone who feels like there isn't enough success to go around. Someone who, for some reason, just can't wrap their heads around being happy for their neighbor. If their neighbor is succeeding, they feel like there isn't enough success to go around for them. And they get stuck in this mentality. Now, we're going to be honest. We've all been there. I'll be the first to say that I have definitely been there. I have definitely in the past felt like it was very difficult for me to be happy over the success of others because I wasn't happy with where I was. So it was difficult to see other people succeed, and it was difficult to feel like I was a failure. I thought that because others were succeeding, that just meant that I wasn't. And I would compare myself a lot to others. I will admit that too. However, experience changes you. You grow, you start to heal, and you start to realize where you were going wrong. And I definitely realized where I was going wrong. Now, there is definitely a reason why you were drawn to this episode. There is a reason why you're here. There's a reason why you're here with me, listening to me talk about this specific topic, the abundance mindset. And perhaps there's something in this episode that completely changes your perspective moving forward. Perhaps at the moment you're someone who is operating from a scarcity mindset and you don't even know it, because we can't change unless we have the tools that teach us how. So first of all, what exactly is an abundant mindset in the first place? And why is it so important to have one? First of all, the most important part of an abundant mindset is the fact that people with an abundant mindset believe that there are enough resources to go around. So there is enough for everyone. The universe is abundant. So people with an abundant mindset know this. They know the universe will provide for everyone. The best way that I can describe it is, in my own way, would be what I do basically is celebrate people. As someone with an abundant mindset, I celebrate people. I am genuinely happy for their success, which is something that was very difficult for me to do before, like I said. So it's the opposite of jealousy and fear. And it's a very genuine feeling too. It's not fake. It's not like, oh, let me be happy for them, because if I'm happy for them, then things are going to go well for me. It is a genuine feeling in your heart. A genuine feeling for their happiness. You just are very happy that they're happy and that they're doing well. And you trust and know that if the universe is providing for them, the universe is also capable to provide for you. Then there's the other side of the coin, which would be someone with a scarcity mindset or a mindset of lack. These people are jealous. They're very jealous of the success of others. They see you as a direct threat to whatever it is they're trying to achieve. If it just so happens that you're doing something similar, they will flip out. They sometimes will even go out of their way to make it so that you fail. They believe they're in direct competition with you, which is ironic because truth is, we are only in competition with ourselves. Another very important thing I noticed about having a scarcity mindset, at least for me in the past, I was also very afraid of failure when I had a scarcity mindset. I felt like if I failed, there wouldn't be enough resources for me to try again. Now that I have an abundant mindset, I am more able to take risks, which is something that I notice all the time from people that I know that have an abundant mindset. They're able to take risks and they truly put themselves out there because they know that success is something that's attainable for everyone. And that even if they fail, they can absolutely try again. So now that we have this covered, so we know what an abundant mindset is and we know what a scarcity mindset is, it is time to ask ourselves, what can we do to shift into an abundant mindset? And this is the download that I got from Spirit. I got 4 steps, 4 things that we can do to cultivate an abundant mindset. Now, the most important thing to do is to have gratitude for what you already have. Acknowledging what you have, being thankful for what you have, creates a ripple effect of abundance in your life. Put it this way, if you focus consistently on what you don't have, you'll never have enough. It's like the whole deal with the cup half full or half empty. You need to think the cup is half full. And no, this isn't about toxic positivity. It has nothing to do with that. We all have something to be thankful for if we think really hard. Even on our worst possible days, we have something to be thankful for. That is our life and the fact that we are here and that we get to try again. Something that I do before bed is basically think about 3 things that I'm thankful for. 3 things that happened in my day that I am thankful for. And I've made this a routine. It's really shifted my life. It's made me more aware of the amazing things that surround me. And even on days where I'm suffering from depression, I try my hardest to do this, to think about what I'm thankful for. Depression sometimes tricks us into thinking there's absolutely nothing to be thankful for. And on these days, it's really hard for me to think about reasons, but of course, my number one reason is always my daughter. I know a lot of you with children can relate. They're our reason. But I think very hard about this every single night. 3 things that I'm thankful for. You can also write it down in a journal. You can do it in the mornings, make it part of your morning routine. Grab a cup of coffee, sit down, think about what you're thankful for and write it down. You will start your day with a different tone. It's like setting yourself up for success every single day. And without realizing it, you're programming your brain to look at the brighter side of things, which is what you need to do to create an abundant mindset. Okay, so number 2, the second most important thing to do in order to create an abundant mindset is to know that someone else's success does not mean less success for you. We mentioned this already. You need to understand that you are not in competition with everyone else. You're in competition only with yourself. There's this really great quote that I can't remember who said it, but it goes something like, the only person you should compete with is the person you were yesterday. So think about it this way. Life really is a competition, but it isn't a race against anyone else. It's simply a journey with yourself to figure out how to become your greatest self. It's not about competing against anyone. It's simply about chasing your future self. There's this really great quote by Matthew McConaughey that goes something like, he's always chasing his future self. So he says, My hero is always 10 years away. So this thought keeps him on his toes. It keeps him motivated to continue trying to be the best version of himself that he can possibly be at whatever age he is. A lot of people think, oh, I'm 40 years old, I'm 50, I'm 60, I'm 30 years old, and I can't do it anymore. I can't get any better. I can't continue trying anymore. They think that trying is dependent on your age, and it's not. You can try to be your better self at any age. Again, it's all about trying to be your best self and remembering that someone else's success does not mean less success for you. Now, the third step, the third thing to do is to cheer your neighbor on. Be happy for people trying to figure it out. Be happy for people trying to better themselves. At the end of the day, all they're doing is making the world a better place. So cheer them on one day when it's your turn to be succeeding or to be having all the amazing things you want to have in your life. You would want other people to cheer you on too. You'd want other people to be happy for you. The universe loves a motivator. The universe loves people who cheer other people on. It's a great way to develop this abundant mindset, to get the ball rolling and get good things to come your way. Now, I do know that a lot of us grew up in a household where cheering other people on wasn't really encouraged. It was more about competing against other people, trying to be the best, trying to be better than other people. And if this is the way you grew up, it's time to reparent yourself. It's time to heal that part of you and start to think if you did grow up in a household like this, start analyzing what you can do to shift this perspective. Ask yourself questions. Why do you feel this way? Acknowledge your feelings and your emotions and analyze if the way you were brought up is actually causing this lack mindset. It takes practice. It won't happen from one day to the next. I'll be totally honest with you. It's really easy to be happy for others when everything is going well for you. It's really happy for us to be like, oh, yay, everything's going great for you. Everything's going great for me. Everything's fantastic. But when things are going bad for you, that's when we start to turn. That's when we start getting a little vicious and we start thinking a little differently and our perspective shifts. But this is exactly the most important time to cheer other people on. It's about letting it become your identity, part of your personality, part of who you are. It isn't just about doing it when things are going good for you. So make it part of your identity. Really try to make this part of your being. Okay, so let's move on to the final thing we can do so the final thing we can do to become someone with an abundant mindset is to surround ourselves with the right people. And the right people have an abundant mindset as well. You have to align with the right crowd. You have to align with people who want to see you win, who want to see you succeed. There's a saying that goes something like, sit with people willing to change and move forward. The conversation is different. This is very true. These people are not gossiping. These people are not with the he said, she said. They are not gossiping about who did what, who said what, who's wearing what. These people are talking about topics that change the world, topics that change themselves, and they're just in a different vibe, a different frequency. These are the types of people you have to find. You might wonder, where on earth do I find people like that? And trust me, I'm right there with you. That's why I created an app called Mystic Women Co., which is basically a sisterhood for spiritual women. It's an app for spiritual women. And there's a chat room there where women come together and lift each other up, where they help each other align with their highest good. And it's currently a work in progress. I'm searching for all the right women that want to join this app and want to be part of this movement, because it's a beautiful movement. So yes, definitely one of the things you can do is find a group with like-minded people, like-minded souls, and just wish farewell to the people who do not mean well for you. You know who those people are. You won't change them. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You cannot change people. They can only change themselves. Best thing you can do for them is be your best self and hope they get inspired. So okay, let's recap. It is gratitude. Know that someone else's success. Alright, so let's go over the 4 things that you can do so we don't forget them. 4 things you can do to cultivate an abundant mindset is gratitude. Be thankful. Know that someone else's success does not mean less success for you. Cheer your neighbor on. Get a billboard if you need to. And surround yourself with the right people. This is very, very important. Join a group. Join something where amazing souls unite and try your best to continue. That wraps up my download. I do, however, want to take a moment to chat a little bit about my company, Mystic Women Co., which is an amazing spiritual community for spiritual women. And basically what I aim to do with this app is unite incredible souls so that they can lift each other up. This app is available on Apple and Android. We don't only have a sisterhood chat where you come and you speak to other spiritual women, but we also offer every month full moon and new moon workshops, spiritual development workshops every month. We also launch guided meditations and spiritual workbooks every month. We launched a short couple of months ago, so we are a work in progress. We are excited to get the right people into this application. So if you feel like you're the right soul for this app, absolutely download Mystic Women Co. It's available for Apple and Android, and you do get 7 days absolutely free. So if you actually sign up now, you'll get our new moon workshop, which is going to happen on the 13th. It's a beautiful workshop. It's pre-recorded, so you can view it at your own time. And if you don't like the app, you can just leave after 7 days, no strings attached. If you want to get more in touch, make sure that you follow our Instagram, mysticwomen.co. And you can follow me too on Instagram, marlen.m_. And we can connect and just make the world a better place together. So I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to this episode. I hope it inspired you to continue on the path towards an abundant mindset. Thank you so much. My name is Marlen. Love and light always.